Hey everyone, this is Jerry Fleming with Salud de Vino, Try and Wine number 49. Before we go any further, I have to remind you, please follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. We have our videos on the YouTube for our tastings, and we also have our Instagram basic descriptions of the wine, what we felt on it. I personally, either way you want to go, if you don't want to hear my voice and it sounds annoying, Instagram's the way for you to go. If you like to watch me embarrass myself a little bit with the tastings and try my best to identify flavors, you should definitely go on YouTube. It's pretty funny. So, like I said, this is wine number 49. It's from, I have a problem pronouncing this one. Partage de L'Argenteyre, from the Medoc region. A 2015 red from the Chateau de L'Argenteyre. Oh, Jesus. God, pardon my French. So it's a Merlot Cabernet Sauvignon blend of grapes, like a typical Bordeaux wine. This one is a slightly higher in alcohol content, so it's like 13.5% right here. So already I'm expecting it to be a little bit like, a little strong. So let's check out how much sugar we got in this thing. I've only gotten like one or two tastings. Actually gave it out to a couple friends and they actually like it a little bit better than I thought. So, like I always do, I always purchase slightly cheaper wines, more affordable for everyone. So it's definitely like trying to make it very simple so everyone can understand my terms and like all my techniques. I try to make it as simple as I possibly can, so that the wine can be a little less intimidating. It can be very intimidating. You buy the wrong bottle. Like, yeah, I'm just trying to help everyone out. So the reason I bought this is because it's so cheap, and also the simplicity on the label. Usually I look for a simple label and try to work my way from there. If they try to put too much on there, obviously they're trying to sell it off their wine for some reason. It's all like advertising. So the sugar content on this is definitely pretty high. Average, very average amount of sugar in there. The legs slowly drip down, and there's not a whole bunch of legs, but there's definitely some legs. So I am ready to do a little tasting. This one definitely can breathe a little more. I just opened it within 5 minutes ago, so the Venturi would have been a good one to carry out right now. They say that like once you oxygenate it, it probably like makes the wine worth just that much more, about like £1 or €1 more. So this $4 or €4 would have probably been worth $5 if I aerated it. But it is definitely getting a lot of flavors from it. Like it's very, very aromatic. I'm getting some like slightly oaky flavors to it. Also some chocolatiness, and it's definitely a little like really good. Maybe some tobacco. It's definitely a good type of wine to have like when you're ending the day or like with a nice heavy dinner like meat or something savory like a duck, something gamey. A venison will also do very well with this, I imagine. So I did take a look around the edges right here. It is a little dark here, but it have a purplish brown hue to it. It's like looks very clear though. It's not muddy. It's a very clear type of color. So I definitely like that. When it's a little muddy, it kind of tends to taste a little balsamic-y, just very acidic in your mouth. It just doesn't taste good for me. At least by the look of it, usually this one seems like it's gonna be pretty good.
Right, cheers, Josh. Thanks.
This one is slightly dry. Definitely has like a little bit of spice, nothing too much. I would say just like maybe a little peppery, but not too much. It's just, yeah, it's very dry though still. And there's definitely acidity in there, but not as much as I'm used to. So it's smooth, sweet, and just a little oakiness to it. I'm guessing this was oaked or something like that because they don't advertise that it was barreled in like a certain way. So I would guess that the Medoc region would just throw oak chips in their steel vat and that call it a day. But this one definitely has a good flavor for a heavy meal. So I don't think there's really too much for me to say about this besides you should follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Salud de Vino is always the name, and wine is my game. So thank you so much. I always appreciate everyone's support. We're always looking for suggestions and everything like that. A big shout out right now to Hostel 20. They've been helping me out, letting me stay here for the last 2.5 weeks. I plan on staying just another half week and then going off to the Cava region, Costa Brava, San Antonio de Colonge. It's a pretty wonderful little place from what I heard. And the Cava is just like the poor man's champagne is what I've heard. So I can't really afford champagne, so this is a perfect one for me. I really appreciate you guys following us and everything. I do want to take a quick look at our bottle label right here. Like I said, I always look for simplicity when you do it. So this one isn't like, just want to recap real quick. This one isn't like a super quality wine. It's definitely something you can bring to like a dinner party, like for just a couple friends, and or just like a big dinner party. If you're gonna buy a bunch of wine, just go for this one. I think it would cost me about, I think, 3 or 4 euros for this one. Like, so if you have a bunch of people over, you can get like a couple of these bottles, a couple more chateaus. I mean, mix it up. I would get a couple maybe Sauternes. We're gonna try one of those real soon. I'm really looking forward to that. There's certain properties to it that I didn't really get into when I was tasting it the last time. So I will definitely let you know all about it. Thank you so much for following, as always, and please give us suggestions. Santé!